Hi everyone, this is audap. Let's check out Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. This is on the PlayStation 4, although we are playing on PlayStation 5. Again, there's a big sale going on right now, so if you happen to have any spare cash, this is probably a good purchase to make if you're okay with the From Software style of gameplay. I think like a lot of parts of this game are really good, but a lot of parts are really bad. So you tend to run into these parts here and there, depending on your how much you love the From Software style of gameplay. The more difficult, kind of action games that they make. And I feel that this is probably, it's either their best or their second best game, depending on how much you like Bloodborne. Maybe you'll switch spots between these two here and there. I'm actually not a huge fan of the Souls series, so Sekiro and Bloodborne are the things that I do like, and I probably like them 80% because there is 20% bullshit in all these games. But you power through it, and eventually things become a little bit more interesting. But in my opinion, these games don't start off very good, and they don't really get good until maybe 3/4 of the way through. So the last quarter usually makes up for the first 3/4, but you have to be obviously pretty patient in order to endure something like that. Yeah, let's start a new game and see where it takes us. I did play this previously on PC, although I've modified that game pretty significantly. I mean, I changed out the main character and had a lot of fun with that. So vanilla Sekiro I actually haven't played, so this will be interesting.
未だに勢い衰えず山深いアシナの国にも燃え広がっていた。剣聖アシナ一子、国取りの決戦であった。
野良犬が心すらなくしたか。ああ、共に来るか、飢えた狼。
そして戦場で拾われた狼は
What a weird interaction.
修行の末熟達の忍びとなった。
Clearly my character is a little bit cuckoo.
忍びの掟は忘れまいな。親の次に大事なもの、お前の心に刻むがよい。あれが今日からお前の主だ。命を賭して守る。たとえ奪われるとも必ず取り戻す。よいな、狼よ。
Yeah, I have to say that FromSoftware is really good at building their universes, or just taking pieces of history and kind of making their own history.
から20 4年アシナの国は斜陽にあり、狼の忍びは全てを失っていた。育ての義父も守るべき主も。
You know, though this is probably the only game that they've made recently that actually tells a story versus just having, you know, story hints like in the Souls series. And really, FromSoftware was used to be known for making, you know, very good, well-told stories with like Kingsfield, Echo Knight, you know. But as soon as they started making these Souls games, they were just like, yeah, we don't need to tell you a story. We'll just give stuff to you in the environment, and you figure it out. Of course, the advantage of playing this game on the PlayStation 5 is that you actually get consistent performance. Ornamental letter, a letter thrown into the well. Kudo's wolf. Your destiny awaits you as the Moon View Tower, or at the Moon View Tower. Escape from the well and find the tower bathed in moonlight. Even without a blade, you can reach it. Stay silent. Stay vigilant. And obviously, on the original PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 4 Pro, you know, this game did not run. I mean, it ran at 30 frames, but it had trouble here and there. So on PlayStation 5, you know, all those problems are alleviated. Cling with the square button. Stealth, advance without being seen by crouching in bushes or moving under floors. You do not have a sword at the moment. Use stealth to avoid enemies and head to the Moon View Tower. If you're about to be seen, warning markers will appear above enemies' heads.
井戸底におるあの忍び、特に稼などしておりませんが、構わぬのでしょうか。大事ない。刀もなく、気力すらない。奴はもうただのふぬけよ。月見櫓が今宵も月に照らされておる。巫女様はまた月明かりで書をお読みかの。そうじゃな。まだほんの子供というに、囚われとは気の毒なことじゃ。ああ、源一郎様も何かお考えがあるのだろうが。月見櫓の扉はちゃんと閉まっておるか。閉まっておるが、壁の穴はそのままにしておるぞ。ああ、こちらは心配いらぬだろう。穴は崖際じゃ通えるものなどあるまいよ。
Yeah, it's nice to be able to have this game be at 60 frames, you know, outside of PC. I think it looks comparable, you know. Obviously, you're not going to get as many post-process effects, but you know, things look nice enough, I think.
よく来てくれた。久しいな、狼よ。
お迎えに参上いたしました。我が主。
表を上げよ。くさび丸、そなたの刀だ。
I don't know where you hit it, but thanks. I think it's longer than his body.
我が忍びよ。主従の約定に従い、命を賭し、我に仕えよ。
御意。
Kasabimaru, a katana given by Kuro, the divine heir, an heirloom of the Hirata family, a cadet branch descended from Ashina. Once thought lost, it has found its way back into the hands of the wolf. The name Kusabimaru beseeches a shinobi's role is to kill, but even a shinobi must not forget mercy. A mantra of the blade itself may manifest. Equipment menu, quick items. The equipment menu allows you to change your currently equipped items. There are 5 slots available to equip and switch out quick items as needed. Oh, we don't have all the other stuff yet. Okay, well, here, let's talk.
狼よ、傷を負っておるようだな。そうだ、そなたにこれを託そう。薬水のひょうたんだ。これで傷を癒してくれ。
A gourd filled with vitality restoring medicine, resting refills the gourd, made by an apprentice of the extraordinary Dr. Dogen. Though it is strange that the gourd's medicinal waters refill automatically, the seeds within may hold the secret to how it works.
さて、そなたの体、その後大事はないか。
その後とは。
あの世のこと、覚えておらぬのか。
はい。
いや、司祭は後にしよう。今はこのアシナの城を脱さねばならぬ。
御意。
堀沿いに進んだ橋の下に場外への抜け穴がある。一心様よりそう聞いたことがある。まずはその橋下の抜け穴を見つけてきてほしい。見つけたらそうだな、足の歯笛で合図をくれるか。ほら昔聞かせてくれたであろう。こうピーッとな。その音を頼りにそなたのもとへ行こう。
Using quick items, you can cycle through various quick items and use each according to the situation. For instance, if you have taken damage, you can recover vitality with the healing gourd. Medicinal pellets that slowly restore vitality. A secret treatment passed down for generations in these lands. Records say it has been used in battle since times long gone and lent to the feigned resilience of Ashina warriors. A pill case full of these pellets will also serve as a battle charm. Okay, now we can set some stuff. Yeah, I know to the disappointment of Souls fans, there aren't just, like, you know, ceramic pots just laying all around to bust through. I just had to calm down a bit on that.
堀に沿って進んだ橋の下に場外への抜け穴がある。このアシナの城を脱するため、橋下の抜け穴を見つけてきてほしい。見つけたら合図をくれ。足の歯笛をそなたと私の不調としよう。
Okay, so I don't have any other stuff. Inventory menu. Items currently in possession can be viewed through the inventory menu. categories can be selected through L2 and R2. Yeah, we won't get any other kinds of stuff until later. Shinobi aims to break an opponent's posture. Attacking an enemy is one way to achieve this. When an enemy posture breaks, he is vulnerable to a Shinobi death blow. R1 to attack, R1 after breaking posture, death blow. Oh, I didn't know they came up to each other. Huh. Usually just like run in there and chop those guys up. We'll head out here. I like how he looks at him. Huh? Nah, oh well, whatever. People die. Deflection. Sometimes relentless attack is not enough to break an enemy's posture. Deflecting enemy attacks is another way to damage their posture. Master Shinobi uses a combination of deflect and attack to achieve swift victory. L1 at the moment of an attack lands, deflect. By locking onto your target and keeping your enemy in front of you, you'll find it much easier to attack, deflect, and perform other combat actions. R3 to lock on release target, R while locked onto a target to change targets. Pretty standard control scheme. People have gotten used to. Oh, gamers have gotten used to it. I guess it's not. Doesn't really make sense to somebody who doesn't game. That's right, I don't have the grappling hook. I'm just like, oh, just grapple. Oh no, I don't have that at all. A counter slash can be performed immediately after deflecting an attack. This allows you to deal posture damage without giving the enemy time to recover. L1 the moment the attack lands, deflect. R1 after deflecting counter slash. Oh, that's right, I have no health. I know, I wish they'd make a native PS5 app, because then like all the loading and stuff would be significantly less. But it is, not yet. I guess I'll just go in there, huh? As I said, it takes a long time before this game becomes fun, and I know a lot of people who are playing the Dark Souls games, having complaints about the difficulty and the way it controlled, because it is significantly different than the Souls series. But I say that's good. Just like Bloodborne was different from Souls, Sekiro is different from Souls, although they obviously share a lot of the same things. The same core gameplay is still there. But, I'd rather them make different styles of games rather than do the same thing over and over again. Death blow against strong enemies. Some powerful opponents require multiple death blows to be killed. The number of death blows required to kill an enemy is shown by the red circular markers above their vitality bars. Each death blow removes one marker. I thought this whole concept was bullshit. I mean, the kind of death blows that you perform are clearly death blows. A medicinal palace that slowly restores vitality. A secret treatment passed down for generations in these lands. Ricochet has been used in battles since times long gone and lent to the famed resilience of his Ashina warriors. Oh, didn't I just read that? Oh, okay. Maybe that's a different game save then. Yeah, we already have them equipped. Fistful of Ash. Ash gripped with a hardened clump. Throw it at an enemy to temporarily distract him. In Ashina, the snow falls thick, and thus the hearth runs thick with ash. It's not open from this side. Oh no. So many locked doors. Wall jumps.
この橋の下、堀のどん詰まりに抜け穴があるじゃろ。あそこも見張りせよとの仰せじゃと。なんとも限界なことじゃ。戦が近いのかもしれんの。
Oh yeah, this little bastard. Unfortunately, I don't think you can sneak up on him. Oh, well, I guess you can't technically sneak up on him, but if you get to him fast enough, he'll go down. But if you don't, then he actually gives you kind of a hard time. like how it tells you what it is every single time. I'll just assume your players have, you know, the memory of a goldfish. There appears to be an escape route. Call the divine air with a reed whistle.
狼をよく見つけてくれた。さあ、参ろう。
御意。
血の定めから逃れることしかできぬとはな。
Alright, give me just a minute. Okay.
この城を出ていずこへ参ろうか。まずはアシナの国を離れるか、あるいはどこかに身を隠すか。そなたはどう思う？
御意のままに。
御意か。そなたは変わらぬな。
は。
いや、懐かしいと思うてな。さあ、参ろう。
I know, you just can't get away.
久しいな、ミコよ。
Yeah, this guy's a pain
お
in
じ
the
上
ass.
の墓前以来か。
His dad's even worse.
源一郎殿。私はすまぬ。
It's a shame they don't give you anything special for defeating him. Especially this early on in the game when you really haven't had that much practice. But
じゃあ
whatever.
立てするか、ミコの忍びを。
It's been so long since I played this. I really don't remember his attack patterns or anything like that. Not that it matters. I mean, you're always going to lose this fight.
忍びとてこの程度か。巫女はもらっていくぞ。
No, it's all these pain in the ass enemies you get to see right away. Yeah, I'll find these games not really very rewarding in their difficulty. I mean, they're more frustrating than rewarding. Some people feel the opposite way. Some people feel that after they overcome these, very difficult battles, that they have a sense of euphoria. But I don't. I'm just like, I have a sense that I just got ripped off. That the only way I ever win these things is through luck. You gain a little bit of skill here and there, slowly, but yeah, I don't know. But I still feel the game is good enough to own and to play, at least up to a certain point. And then past a certain point, I don't even feel that the reward of the game is worth the trouble. Just because the bosses get to become sort of ridiculous. I was wondering if this was you, like, as part of the weird time loop that this game has. Shinobi prosthetic, the artificial arm of a shinobi passed down by the sculptor, replica of a human arm fitted with a variety of mechanisms, apparently designed with modification in mind. While it bears a number of cuts and is stained thick with blood and oil, it has been impeccably maintained.
その優しい顔の仏様はわしの彫ったもんじゃねえ。誠の仏師がおられたものだ。人が己の内にあるものと向き合う、そういった時に助けとなるだろう。己の内にあるものとは怒り、悲しみ、あるいは古い過去の記憶、そういった類のものじゃ。
Oh, that's right. That's part of the DLC. Yeah, I don't think I've ever played the DLC, so we'll get back to that much, much later.
お前さん、名は何という？その目、さしずめ、任に敗れた狼といったところか。言えぬ。それが忍びじゃな。わしは仏を掘らなきゃなら。お前さんはお前さんで好きにしな。
Ask how you got here.
何故俺はここにいる？ただ拾ったのよ。屍かどうかもわからぬものを野良犬に食わせてやることもあるまい。どれほど俺は眠っていた？お前さんを拾ってからずいぶん経つぞ。そうか。じゃが主の主はまだ生きておるぞ。アシナの城で囚われとなっている。だがすぐにもその血を利用されちまうだろう。お前さんを見ればその価値は十分にあろうというものじゃ。
Ask about your new left arm.
この左腕、俺に何をした？そいつは忍び義手。石腕の狼にはおあつらえ向きの牙じゃろうて。仏を掘るには無用でな。お前さんにくれてやる。
忍び騎手。
そいつはただ失った腕を補うもんじゃない。任務を見つけたらわしのところに持ってくるがいい。
任務だと。そうか、このからくり。
察しがいいな。任務を持ってきたら忍び義手に仕込んでやる。そうすりゃその義手のありがたみがわかるじゃろうさ。喋りすぎたな。いい気な。
Asked about the divine heir of blood.
巫女様の血が利用されるとはどういうことだ。
わしも詳しいことなど知らん。ただ流院、そう呼ばれる特別な血があるという。主の主はそれを持っておる。
それゆえ巫女様は
付け狙われる。お前さんの体が妙なことになっておるのもそのせいかもしれぬな。お前さんもそうじゃが、この荒れ寺にはおかしな客がまあまあ訪れる。寺を出て右手の広場にもそうした者が一人おる。妙なことになっておる者同士、気が合うかもしれんな。
Oh, okay. There's a lot of remnants here. Obviously, I didn't play the Game of the Year edition when I first got this on PC. I mean, there was no such thing when I first got this on PC. So, yeah. I'm glad they followed up with additional content. Remnants. Shinobi can leave behind shadows of their past actions known as remnants. Remnants are left to discipline one's peers. Some are masters of the way ahead, others provoke sporting rivalries. Down on the D-pad to open the remnant menu. Note, a network connection is required to leave remnants. Oh, no. I don't give a fuck about that. The FromSoftware community is kind of a shitball of people, so I'd rather not deal with them. Sculptor's Idol menu. A Sculptor's Idol will serve as a checkpoint that can be found throughout Ashna. Resting at a Sculptor's Idol will completely replenish vitality and restore one use of resurrection. Additionally, quick items and spirit emblems in storage will be added to your current inventory. With some exceptions, resting will also revive defeated enemies. Offering box. Items that become unavailable elsewhere end up in the offering box. When the box is illuminated, it means an item has found its way inside. Items can be obtained by inspecting the box and offering money.
見ぬ顔だな。そこもと名は。名乗られぬか。だが腕ある忍びとお見受けした。忍びの技ならば、あるいは、そこもとよ。ぜひそれがしと立ち会ってもらおう。やはり死なぬわな。そこもとの立ち筋、見事なものであった。それがしをかように従前に殺した者、そうはおらぬ。
お主は何だ。
死なず、あるいは虫つきと呼ぶ者もおるな。死ねぬのでただここにおるのだ。 そこもとはこのような荒れ寺で何を。随分と眉間にシワが寄っておる。そこもとよ、それがしを使い刀の修練をせぬか、お主の使命を果たすために。死ねぬ体ゆえ幾度でも切られてやれるぞ。どうじゃ。
承知した。
よし、ではやろう。刀を振らば気も紛れるというもの。そこもとよ、この社には行き場を失った者が集うようだ。俺、現にそれがしもここにおる。だからかのう、そこの賽銭箱にも時折何やら流れ着くのよ。また来るがいい。そこもとの技の試し、いくらでも受けようぞ。
Let's see, network settings. We will play offline because there is no need for me to play online. Or to have the online functionality. Grappling hook. The Shinobi prosthetic grappling hook allows access to normally unreachable places and a chance to take the high ground. The nearby grapple points are designated with a circular symbol. When this symbol turns green, the grapple point is within reach. L2 for the grappling hook. Yeah, it's also nice to see this in HDR, even though it's not like 100% brightness. On PC, it's you know, hit or miss of whether or not you can get HDR signals to work. Mostly developers are super lazy, and they don't read the documentation very well, and so they oftentimes you know, don't implement the HDR correctly or not at all. Which is hilarious, considering that the graphics cards are certainly capable, and the operating system is, but not the people making the games. Unless they're making them on consoles, which really should not be that way, but it is. Let's see, Sculptor's Idol Travel. You can now instantly travel between the Sculptor's Idols that have already been communed with. Travel can be accessed via the Sculptor's Idol Travel menu. Well, you know, neither here nor there, I suppose. Ungo Sugar. Sugar candy made in Simpo Temple, sustaining Ungo's blessing. Temporarily reduces vitality damage taken from physical attacks. Bite the candy and take the Ungo stance to impart its inhuman benediction. By doing so, you endure the excess karma of man from within the spirits. Simple monks spread this candy across Ashina in honor of her military heroes. Yeah, there's just shitty remnants all over the place, you know. Offering nothing worthy of advice. Acquiring enemy loot. Enemies drop loot, such as items and money. Multiple enemies can be looted at once from some distance away. Items found in the world are different than loot, in that they must be approached to be picked up. Press and hold square. Acquire loot, and press square near the world item to pick up the item. Strong charred piece of pottery that breaks with a satisfying crack when thrown. Throw it at an enemy to draw their attention. Throwing and smashing such pieces made for a popular sport amongst Ashina boys. Even after growing up, they remember the old games as well. Sorry, puppers. I gotta do what I gotta do. I like how the occasions just fall over again. Shuriken Wheel, a mechanical device made by the mechanical genius Dogen, can be fit into the shinobi prosthetic to become a working prosthetic tool. While it is palm-sized, a surprising number of shurikens can fit into the shuriken wheel, as the edges were designed for stacking. A fine example of what can be achieved when one matches mechanical finesse with a shinobi's talent. Fitting prosthetic tools. Shinobi tools can't be used on their own. By giving them to the sculptor, they can be fitted to the shinobi prosthetic. You can quickly return to the sculptor via travel from a sculptor's idol, or by using the homeward idol. As you know, you might as well do while it's early in the game.
手に入れた。
人具か。
ああ、
忍び義手は牙じゃと言うたが、人具を仕込むことで、その牙は形を変えることができるようになる。仇き立てならば打ち砕き、素早き敵ならば仕留め撃つ。仕込んだ人具が増えるだけ、敵を殺す術も増えるじゃろう。殺す相手なりの殺し方を持つ。そういうことじゃ。
随分と詳しい。
いかんな。いつまでも血生臭いことを言うておるから仏の顔も鬼になるのよ。どれ貸してみろ。わしが人具を仕込んでやろう。
Fitting prosthetic tools. Regular shinobi tools found in the world can be specifically adapted to the shinobi prosthetic via the Fit Prosthetic Tools menu. Loaded shuriken. A shuriken. Oh, okay. I think I already read this.
そこにある優しい顔の仏様、そいつには妙な真似をするなよ。
Prosthetic tool. Prosthetic tools are shinobi tools adapted for use with the shinobi prosthetic. They can be equipped in the equipment menu, and using them consumes spirit emblems. That's the RJ to use the prosthetic tool, and triangle to switch prosthetic tools. Prosthetic tool equipment slots have been added, or have been unlocked. There are 3 slots available to equip and switch out prosthetic tools as needed. On the equipment selection screen, the controls can be viewed through triangle. Though I end up not using this tool, I mean, hardly at all.
誠に息を吹き返したのですね。流因の力、この目でしかと見ることになるとは。
何者だ？
エマと言います。猿お方に仕えるクス氏です。
猿お方とは？
すみませぬが、主の命にて明かせません。ただ、あなたを助けよと、そう仰せつかっています。信用しろとは言いません。ですが、私は主の命を果たさねばならぬのです。あなたが持っている薬水のひょうたん、それはもともと私が作り上げたものです。クス師として助けとなりましょう。一つ頼みがあります。
なんだ？
少し顔を見せてください。
何？
白いあざ。これは生まれつきですか？
いや。
ならば流因を受けた者に現れるということか、あるいは兆しか。
もう良いか？
ああ、十分です。無礼をしました。すみませぬ。ではまた。
Spirit emblems are required to activate prosthetic tools and are consumed each time these abilities are used. Spirit emblems can be obtained from defeated enemies in the world and purchased from sculptors' idols. If you pass near them, they will find their way to you. Man, not ready for any of that yet. Alright, why don't we stop it there? This is audap. You've been watching Sekiro. Shadows Die Twice on the PlayStation 4, although we are running on a PlayStation 5. Yeah, this game is on sale. You can get the Game of the Year one for, I think, under $30. You know, it normally goes for double that amount, so it's basically half off. And might even be less than that now. I think there's a very, very limited time flash sale. But yeah, it's worth checking out. Like I said, there's definitely a point in the game where I don't feel like the reward is worth the risk. But you play a number of hours before that, so, you know, I think I played like 20 hours before I thought, you know, this game isn't fun anymore. I mean, I did finish it eventually, but yeah, the first 20 hours I think are pretty good, and then the remaining are just kind of super annoying, at least in my opinion. But other than that, yeah, check it out. It's worth playing. Certainly worth giving it a shot. This may not be like the one that you play to introduce yourself to the Souls world. And if you're a PlayStation 5 owner, then you know, you probably play Demon Souls instead, which I think is, no, you know, that's probably comparable in the difficulty. I think they're about the same. You know, some people think Demon Souls is harder, some people think Sekiro is harder, but you know, I think they're around the same. So if you like that kind of gameplay, except you want something faster and more aggressive, that's what Sekiro is. Again, I think it's worth trying out. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.